Come with me to a Keith Urban concert. Last weekend, I went to see Keith Urban at Budweiser Stage in Toronto with my boyfriend and some friends, and let me tell you, I was so excited. I've been a fan of Keith since I was a little kid. I grew up on his music, so the fact that I was finally seeing him live felt unreal. The openers were Carly Scott Collins, Alana Springsteen, and Chase Matthew. I hadn't heard of Carly before, but she was really good. Definitely someone I'll be adding to my playlist. She mentioned she was doing a meet and greet after her set, so we got so excited. We ran over to the merch tent to find her, but sadly we had no luck. We looked everywhere and couldn't find her, so we missed out on that. But we made it back in time for Alana Springsteen's set though, and this was actually my second time seeing her live, and she was even better than the first time. The first time I didn't really know many of her songs, but this time I knew all the words to all of her songs and I was just singing along to everything. I was a little sad though that she didn't sing Hypocrite, which is my favorite by her. Then Chase Matthew came on and I was so excited. He came to Toronto last year and I didn't get to go, so this felt like a second chance at seeing him live. He sang Drives My Truck, No Way Around It, County Line, Darling, Love You Again, and he also threw in a few covers and randomly did the Cha-Cha Slide, which was such a vibe and had the whole crowd dancing and singing. It was so much fun. I was screaming every word to all of his songs. Chase, if you see this, I'm a huge fan. Then it was time for Keith Urban, and his performance was everything I hoped it would be and more. He opened with Straight Line and then went right into Where the Blacktop Ends, and pretty early in the show he played one of my favorites, Long Hot Summer. He did this insane guitar solo afterward, and honestly, he was so talented, but hearing it live was next level. Like, man, this guy can seriously play the guitar. I was having the best time screaming the lyrics and dancing and vibing with all of my friends. My boyfriend's not a big country fan, so this is kind of my attempt at converting him, and I think it might have worked. He said he had a great time, so in my eyes, that's a win. Keith had amazing visuals. There were fun lighting effects, a disco ball, and even lyrics up on the screen for some of the words to his songs, so everyone could sing along. He just had so much energy and seemed genuinely happy to be back in Canada. One of the biggest surprises of the night, though, was when he covered I Had Some Help by Post Malone and Morgan Wallen. It's such a fun moment. He also sang The Fighter, the song he does with Carrie Underwood, but since she wasn't there, Natalie Stovall from Runaway June did Carrie's parts. And fun fact, I had no idea Natalie is in Keith's band. She sings backup and plays fiddle, and she was amazing. Then Keith made his way to the B stage, all the way in the 400 section, which I wasn't expecting at all. We got to see him a little bit closer, and he did a surprise cover of Pink Pony Club, which was not on my bingo card. He also played You'll Think of Me, which is another one of my absolute favorites by him. He wrapped up the main stage with Blue Ain't Your Color, which is such a cool full circle moment because I've seen Stephen Lee Olsen, the guy who wrote the song, sing it live, but now I heard Keith do it, and they both have such different ways of doing it, but equally amazing at it. The end of the night was Wasted Time, and for the encore he played You Look Good in My Shirt. It was honestly the perfect way to kick off the summer. Thanks for coming along, and I'll see you in my next video.